So excited for their next round in the semifinals.
Right, they'll be in Vegas. We hope to welcome them back. We will for at least one game at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Hopefully we'll keep it going from there. But glad you're up with us here on 13 Sunrise. I'm Jalea along with Julia, and that on a Friday morning. You know, we got Operation Football celebrating a big win and also looking ahead to everything that's happening this weekend.
All right, and glad we have some great weather for Mooresville High School to get their Operation Football for tonight kicked off. A lot of fans, and we've got great weather for them this morning.
Yes.
A little bit cooler, I noticed.
A little bit cooler, but nice and quiet.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the weather.
Like
just worry about trying to win that Spirit Trophy. That's all they need to be focused on here at the end of the season. So.
And we have all the football games tonight, of course,
Yes.
and soccer and all kinds of sports
Yeah.
still going on outdoors. So maybe those early morning tournaments tomorrow that folks have to get up for.
Yes.
Maybe a little wet.
There could be a couple spotty showers.
Okay.
A lot of cross-country invitationals too. I think as the weekend goes on, the rain chance will go up. It's just such a difference compared to what we've been used to for a while. We've been talking about all these clear skies, now some haze at times, and all the summer heat. I mean, yesterday we hit 89 degrees again across central Indiana. So we're talking about another cool start out there this morning. Their temperatures are holding in the 60s for the most part out there. Clear skies, you can see a conjunction up there. If that means you can look at the moon. It's a crescent moon with Venus right attached to the side of kind of the bottom of the smiley face, but we'll have more on that here in a little bit. But there's no wind out there right now. That will change later today. The air is kind of stuck. We have more air quality alerts. That's not going to hold for much longer. I have some good news in that department. Mid-50s out there across much of north central Indiana from Noblesville to Tipton and Kokomo. 50s and 60s closer to Indianapolis. It's 56 in Carmel and Fishers. Good morning in Newcastle. It's 58, 59 in Richmond. Good morning in Zionsville. It's 54 degrees. 60 in Greenwood and in Brown County. 58 reporting in Bloomington. 59 in Bedford. So the air quality alert is still in place until 12:30. Because right around 12:30, we have a front that's going to come through. It's going to stir up the air. Finally, it's been stuck, but it may also bring some clouds and eventually some rain. We're going to be timing out when you could see some rain through the weekend and how much here in just a bit. In the meantime, I want to talk traffic. This is just now coming in, and I don't believe there's a camera in this spot, but I-70 in the westbound direction in far southwestern Putnam County. By the way, we have a burn ban here. There's a vehicle fire on I-70 in the westbound direction. At least one of the lanes is blocked. Coming in from NDOT, there's at least one lane that's still open. So we'll keep a close eye on it. I'll try to get more information for you here shortly.
All right, Matt. All right, thank you. Well, the Indiana Fever beat the odds, advancing to the WNBA semifinals as they held on for a close win last night over the Atlanta Dream.
Eli Gain was the only local reporter in Atlanta covering this game, so he has the highlights and, most importantly, reaction from the team after the big win.
The Fever season continues after an incredible performance in Game 3 here in Atlanta, 87-85 over the Atlanta Dream, a series that no one really gave the Fever a chance to win. All the quote-unquote experts saying that the Dream were going to finish this off in 2 games. Well, not so fast. The Dream take Game 1. Fever return home on Tuesday, force this pivotal Game 3, and they walk out and are now going to the WNBA semifinals. An incredible performance that was back and forth throughout. It was a track meet, it was physical, it was tense, and then the fourth quarter you start to feel it a little bit more. The crowd was getting into it. They were ready to will their team into the next round, but the Fever, no, continuing to battle. And then when they were down 85-80, sort of late into that fourth quarter, everything sort of turned around. Aaliyah Boston, with under 10 seconds left wide open underneath to lay it in with 7.4 seconds left to give the Fever a 1-point advantage. But the Dream had a couple timeouts to work with. They took advantage of that, advancing it to half court. And they had 2 opportunities to get the inbound and the potential game winner. The first attempt taken away by Lexi Hull. That would lead to a free throw to extend the lead to 2 points. Then with just under 2 seconds left, the Dream with one final gasp where their shot was off the mark and the Fever spill onto the floor. The players, the fans that were in attendance jubilated with excitement that their team is moving on to the next round.
This group is just really special. I mean, we say it pretty much ad nauseum, but it's like the resilience, the flexibility, the welcome and inclusive nature of this team, their selflessness to pull for the we over the me.
I feel like a whole 360 all over again. Like I could replay the 2015 playoff back in my head again. And but I'm just so excited that we're back here and with this group of young women, and the job is not done yet.
The will that this team has just cannot be lauded enough. All the adversity, they continue to push through, and now they push through to the semifinals of the WNBA playoffs. So now they will be going out west to Las Vegas after the Aces defeated the Storm last night. So game 1 against the Aces will take place on Sunday, game 2 on Tuesday, and then games 3 and potentially game 4 in Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That's next Friday and Sunday. For 13 Sports, covering the Fever's run to the WNBA semifinals, I'm Eli Gain.
Thank you, Eli. And we have some extensive coverage from that big win last night. You can watch that airing on WTHR Plus at 9 right after our Sunrise Plus here. Well, last night's win is the Fever's first postseason series victory since 2015.
A long awaited then, and that's when they beat the New York Liberty to advance to the WNBA finals. Fans were excited then as well.
So Marina Silva joins us in studio with their excitement this morning too. Hey, Marina.
Good morning. So I'm wondering how those of you that stayed up to watch that game are feeling tonight. But Fever fans were just so excited. Check this out. Look at the excitement. The second the Fever won. I mean, look, you can see how excited they are. Fever fans packed District Tab wall to wall just to get a chance to watch the game. Now, even with the struggles the team had with injuries, Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Chloe Bibby, Ari McDonald, Sydney Colson, all out for the season. And Damaris Dantes out for the playoffs so far. What made this even more special? The Fever winning their first playoff series in a decade. Fans are ready to once again show everyone that basketball just means more in Indiana.
We'll be back home, baby. We'll be back home.
They can call it ain't the hard way. We beat the referees. Yeah.
We have never came this far for nothing. I mean, you know, it's all up to them girls now. So all we have to do is just keep on stepping our game up. I believe the Fever has the fire and they can do what they do.
Well, one thing is for sure, fans are ready to keep showing up, and they're excited that the Fever will bring a playoff game back home to the Circle City next Friday. So let's talk tickets. We're looking here on StubHub, where resale tickets are going for as low as $42 right now for Sunday's Game 1 in Las Vegas. We did check Ticketmaster and the Aces official website for tickets. No information has been made available just yet, but don't worry, we'll keep watching that. And in just a few hours until tickets go on sale for the first home game for the Fever in the series, Ticketmaster says those will be available at 11 a.m. today.
Okay, so we know about the tickets for the actual game, but if we want to go to Vegas, probably we got to go on a flight first,
yes,
right?
Yes, yeah. I did do a quick check for that. And right now it's going to be upwards of about $400 one way.
Well,
so if you wanted to leave Saturday, get back Monday, it's going to be a little more than $400.
See how dedicated.
Just one way. You may not be coming back.
A really dedicated fan there. All right. Thank you, Marina, for checking on that. Well, a homeless encampment in Fountain Square is packed up this morning.
Yeah, it was cleared after months of complaints by neighbors who actually live in that community. Our crews were there as the city also came by to pick up any leftover tents and trash along Leonard Street. The also have Public Health and Safety says it's working to also get those people who were there and in either getting them into shelters or even in permanent housing. So we did reach out to see how those efforts are going, but so far there are no specific updates. In Muncie this morning, a 15-year-old boy is in custody after a 14-year-old girl police say was shot and killed. Muncie police say officers responded to the shooting inside of an apartment complex on East Gilbert Street. The 14-year-old girl was taken to the hospital where she later died. Police say they took the boy into custody at the scene and he is being held at the Delaware County Detention Center still this morning.
This is a scary situation for a couple in the old North Side neighborhood of Indianapolis.
Yeah, early yesterday morning, a man says he walked out to his garage to get something and he found someone in there he believed was ready to steal from him. He says he's not the only home that has also been targeted. So this happened around 3 a.m. yesterday. Matt Pierce says he was checking locks after their door sensor chimed. So he says when he opened the garage, he saw lights on and a man inside.
Matt says the man eventually ran away and there was another man waiting for him outside. He says the scariest part was not knowing what would happen next.
So my only thought in the moment was, I don't know if this guy's armed. I don't know if he's with anybody else. So how can I just de-escalate the situation and not make it worse?
Well, a neighbor says he installed extra cameras after a break-in at his home over the Labor Day weekend. It's not clear if those cases are connected, but both families are urging their neighbors to stick together and look out for one another for this type of thing.
Well, lawmakers are trying to reach an agreement to keep the federal government open. Why the two parties, though, are struggling to come up with a deal.
And more jobs threatened over comments about Charlie Kirk online. Why one attorney says that efforts at the state level may go too far.